Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus a so-called black man. Is Joe Biden still alive? Is Joe Biden, the alleged president, still alive? Okay, because, amongst this information that's coming out, that Kamala Harris is now the front runner or going to be the nominee for the Democrat Party. Is there something else behind closed doors that they're keeping from us? Is Joe Biden still alive? All right. Is that the reason why Kamala Harris is now stepping up and taking the role of the leading nominee of the Democrat Party, okay? And this is from a news article called Daily Mail, which some call it a right-wing media site, so you could take it with a grain of salt, but they posed the question. It says, leading political figures fear they may be a very sinister reason for Biden's disappearance since dropping out of 2024 race. Okay, and I posed the question that have anybody seen Joe Biden since this dropout, since he so-called claimed to have dropping out of the race? And have anybody or can anybody produce footage of him actually saying out of his own mouth that he dropped out of the race? I know there's been posts, and letters, but have anybody seen him? Or maybe I'm not looking, hard enough or searching hard enough to find any video or footage of him saying that he's dropped out of the race personally, or since dropping out of the race appearing in front of a camera. Okay, so what's going on? Is he still alive? Are we getting ready to go into civil unrest? All right, seeing that if he's not alive still, then the president, the vice president, what? The vice president takes charge, okay? Which would be what? Kamala Harris, okay? Therefore, enacting, as the former president, okay, and the elections could be suspended. And we know by that assassination, that alleged attempt assassination on Trump's life, that the people are riding with this man, okay? And if he don't get a fair shot, because we ain't gonna say who, but we know the elite is behind this, has potentially taken out the current president, Joe Biden, that, they're going to suspend the election. All hell is going to break loose, man. And it's spoken of in the Bible. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You see? So this is a question that you pose and ask yourself. Is Joe Biden still alive? All right? Why haven't we seen him in front of the camera? Okay? Is this whole C-19 just an excuse to keep him tucked away until they get further down the line on their plans? Okay? Because make no mistake about it, that's the whole purpose of the vice president, is to take what's the word? To take actions of the president, okay? They become the president if the president somehow, dies or somehow gets in an accident where they can't, resume the proper authority of running the state, of running the country, then the vice president steps up. Okay, and who's the vice president? Kamala Harris, all right? So if Joe Biden is not still alive, she will be, named the president, okay? And this could further, suspend the elections. And see, all this is not happening by sheer coincidence, okay? This is the elite getting ready to make their move, okay? They shut down the internet. Of a lot of sectors was impacted by it, and you still got people that's stuck in the airports right now, days after that incident has happened. So something is getting ready to take place, okay? So it says political figures on both left and right have widely suggested U.S. President Joe Biden is seriously ill because of the way he announced his departure from the 2024 election race. Right. And it says controversial Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, 37, posted on X on Monday demanding proof of life from the 81-year-old and even giving the president a deadline. So you got some that's asking for proof of life, you know. Show whether he's sick in bed. Put a camera on him. It shouldn't be that hard, okay? So it says the Republican firebrand who previously been embroiled in multiple scandals relating to conspiracy theories said, "I demand proof of life from Joe Biden today by 5 p.m. Okay? And it's now 7 o'clock. And he still haven't gotten in front of the camera, man. So what's going on? Okay? Are they getting ready to enact martial law? Because they know it's coming. If they suspend the elections, man, that's a wrap. These red-blooded Americans who just seen their savior escape death is going to have a fit. They gonna tear shit up, man. Okay? And it's all being orchestrated by the Most High. Just did a video. He brings judgment every morning. Okay? So it could be getting ready to go down. We pray that it does go down. All right? It could be getting ready to go down sooner than we expect. Now is our salvation sooner than we expected. All right? It goes on to read, he needs to get in front of some camera and discuss if he's aware that he dropped out. Hiding is completely unacceptable, right? Because only thing that we know is that he, signed a letter, or there was a letter that saying he dropped out. We never heard out of his mouth confirming whether or not he knows that he dropped out of the race. Okay? And which is reasonable. It's a reasonable demand to ask, okay? Get in front of a camera. You're supposed to be the commander-in-chief of the United States of America. We're supposed to be looking up to you for our leader. You're supposed to be galvanizing the troops, letting us know that you are right. Put somebody out there with a camera to show that you're still here, okay? But why aren't you? Is something more sinister, going on behind closed doors? More than likely there is, okay? And it's all being orchestrated, all right? It says, Biden was last seen on July 17th and is currently recovering from a mild, you see it. On Sunday, he announced on X that he would no longer be seeking re-election, right? And it's just so convenient that he got the C, the C, the C, okay? It's just so convenient because now he could be, put away behind closed doors. He don't have to be in front of the public. There's nothing that happened by coincidence, man. So we have to be prepared. We know they get ready to come with something, okay? This could be it. This could be it, all right? This could be it. I could put that in the title. This could be it. Is Joe Biden still alive? All right? I probably will title it that, okay? It says there's no suggestion or known evidence that Biden is suffering another more serious health issues. So we don't know what they may have done to this individual at this point in time, man. Okay? Everything, man, this thing they have been, like, have you ever seen that scene from Training Day when Denzel, I forgot the name of his character, but he tells Jake, the training officer in progress that he's been planning this all day, man. The elite has been planning this all day. Okay? Denzel, matter of fact, let me see if I can find the name of that. I think his name was Alonzo. Yeah, Alonzo. That was his name, Alonzo. Told Jake, the training officer, that he's been planning this all day. Okay? Jake, wet behind the ears, don't know his front from his back, thinking everybody is good. All cops are good. And here it is, Alonzo, played by Denzel Washington, been playing him all day, been planning this all day long, man. So has the elite been playing you Americans all day long. They've been planning this, man. And it could potentially go down. While you've been thinking that your savior, Trump, barely got grazed on the ear was, a real incident, man, this whole thing, that's just to stoke your emotions, okay? To rouse this place up. You see? Because they got to get this place roused up, man, in order to get chaos going, okay? Hey, and it's going to be complete chaos, all right? Just imagine the worst case scenario and times 100. No more food in the grocery stores. All the servers are down. No more way to call for emergencies. 911 has been terminated. The ambulance terminated. Okay, your banks don't have any money on deck. ATMs are not working anymore. No more gas at the pumps. Everything is right here for the taking, man. And the elite can get ready to shut this down. Okay, and they very much well be getting ready to shut it down. It says Biden was last seen on July 17th and is currently recovering from a mild C. You know what? On Sunday, he announced on X that he would no longer be seeking re-election. Right, how convenient. He did it by the way of what? A post on X, that are in person or in front of a camera. It says there's no suggestion or no evidence that Biden is suffering another more serious health issues. Any such illness could present a major national security issue and would raise questions about whether he needs to step down as president ahead of the November election. If he steps down and Harris takes place, that's it. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? Him stepping down and Harris taking in and the elections being suspended. That's going to be civil unrest. Chaos. Oh, boy. It says journalist Glenn Greenwald, an left-winger, also posted on social media, Demon, it's strange and wrong that Biden hadn't given a televised announcement or appeared in person since revealing his bombshell decision. And that's a reasonable question, to ask yourself. Why hasn't he? Okay? We're going to see how it plays out. We're going to see whether or not he comes in front of the camera and make a televised, announcement on this dropping out, and him actually saying out of his own mouth that he supports, Kamala Harris. Okay? So don't be ignorant, all right? Let's get a few precepts now that that's out of the way. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. If it comes to find out that either Biden is no longer alive or he's ill and he can no longer perform his task and duties as the commander-in-chief, and that Kamala Harris has to step in, there's going to be an insurrection in every city, man. You're going to have civil unrest across the land here in America. Okay, they're not going to regard any type of, authoritative figure, whether it's governors, mayors, whatever. Okay, these good old boys, they're going to feel like they're going to see it. Once the veil is removed from off their face, they're going to see for what this place actually is. Okay, because as of right now, they still under the assumption that this place somehow still have some type of morality left in it. Okay, but once they start to see what it actually is, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna be like, we've been played, man. And they still not gonna come to the realization that Trump is in on it too. They're just gonna be looking at it from the left side, saying that, this government, this party, speaking of the Democrat Party, has been planning this from the beginning. They're not going to know that it's two of the feathers of the same bird, that the Republic and the Democrat is still the same bird, man. And these Egyptians are going to lose it, man. And that's why we got to stay out the midst of this, man. This is their fight, okay? But you got our 2/3 that's going to join in and has joined into these parties, man. And these parties have done nothing for our people, okay? So 2 Ezra 15:15 says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. Man, and if you don't have the right credentials, man, you ain't coming into that, city, that town, or what have you. Okay, it's gonna be something like you never seen before, because this is never, it happened a while back, but as pertaining to recently, everything has been somewhat under a wrap. This society has been operating under, somewhat normalcy. But once this happened, hey, it's gonna be all hell, man. Okay, it's gonna be a law. You're gonna really see what Babylon is. Okay, you're gonna see it in its entirety. Okay, you're gonna see how lawless this place is. Okay. You think they're going to listen to the orders given by Kamala Harris? No, they're going to know what time it is. You think they're going to actually listen? No, they're going to be bucking up and rebelling, man. Okay? They're going to be bucking up and rebelling, just like in that movie, Civil War, that just came out this year. Okay? It's going down. Make no mistake about it. Okay? 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, they're going to suspend a lot of services that you used to. Trucks that's delivering food will not be coming into certain areas, towns, neighborhoods, and it's going to be people that's in those cities and towns that's got to go over to the next city and town. And those people are going to be like, no, this is just enough for us. Okay. It's going to be complete chaos out here. All right. It says, behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. So this is all being orchestrated by the Most High. Make no mistake about it, man. This is all the Most High's plan, okay? There's nothing that's going on that the Most High hasn't sanctioned. He's the one that's working on these kings' hearts, man. These individuals that's in authority. Because it's not who you believe as your president. It's the ones that's behind, that's backing them, okay? That you'll never see, okay? It's these central bankers, okay? These are the ones that, Slakia, these are the ones that make the decisions, okay? The presidents, the mayors, the governors are just their, political figures, okay? They're puppets, all right? They give the orders to them to give to you peons, to do, okay? And for the most part, you taking heed to it. But once the veil is removed and you see exactly what's going on, that's when all hell's gonna break loose. And this right here is potentially that straw that broke the camel's back. Okay? If they come to find out, see, it's gonna all make sense, man. You see it, when you walk it back, you see Biden had to get into office. They couldn't just bring Kamala out. They had to allow Biden to come into office, allow him to do his worst, because this man is it's just an act. Because if he was really this senile and really this discombobulated, he would have been stoked a war with Russia, man. He got enough sense to know exactly what he's doing, but they giving the narrative that he's a senile old man, that likes to smell, children and things of that nature. Okay, so people won't be, sad when he leaves, okay, or if he's found not alive. All right, but the fact that Kamala Harris gets into office, that's who they disdain, okay, and they know for a fact that if she comes into office, it's a high chance that this election will be suspended. And right when they were in the midst of getting America to be made back great again by Trump, who just dodged the bullet to save his life, he must be heaven sent. This is their mentality. And now they got to watch that all go to waste, go down the drain, because Biden is no longer alive or is ill and can no longer perform his duties as the commander-chief, as the commander officer in chief. And now Vice President Kamala Harris has to step in. We know where it's going at. Okay? There's never been a society that was started by a woman, and that's for a good chance. But you have had kingdoms and society that has fallen by women, okay? So we gonna see how this thing go, man. All right? We praying to the Most High, that this is it. Okay? That this is it. This is the last election. That the election don't even take place. Okay? We praying, man. Send up those prayers. Okay? Pray. Okay? Say your prayer and make sure you say it in the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Always pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. So we can get the hell up out of here. All right? It's gonna get rough, man. You got to have faith, though. You can't ask for it, and then when it comes, you run it, hiding under a bed. No, you got to know this is what has to come. Okay. So let's go to and it ain't gonna be too long. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So, hey, by the time these people realize it, it's going to be too late, man. It's going to be too late, all right? And if there's chaos out there in the streets, you think the servants of the Most High is going to be out there preaching? No. And if they shut down the internet, you ain't going to be able to get this truth online. And when they bring it back up, you may have to have a digital ID or some type of form of payment where they say, okay, you're going to have to take that mark in order to get your services cut back on. Okay? And the family of the word is going to be already in place. You're not going to be able to get this truth anymore. Okay? So this is the time to be not ignorant. Okay? So it says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. Why? Because we're continuously watching. We're being sober. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay? The other people, they're not watching. They're going to be caught off guard. Okay? They believe that this place is going to continue to go on. Okay? That Trump incident is just enough to keep that side of the party, level-headed until they get ready to really bring this thing down. Okay? They letting all these social media platforms, build up the hype, whether or not it was staged or whether or not it happened for real. And they taking all the information from the comment section and they seeing, okay, yeah, the people are emotionally stoked. Okay, it's gonna make good just a little bit longer before we come out with the breaking news. Breaking news. President Joe Biden has been found unalive. Just like, what happened with Prince or the King of Pop, Michael, okay? They kept it under wrap until, it was time to bring it out, okay? Same thing, they're going to come across the screen, breaking news. President Biden is no longer with us or has a serious illness that he can no longer perform his duties as the president of the United States. And we know what that means. Kamala Harris is stepping in, okay? Insurrection. Sedition among men. What else? It's a good chance that the elections will be suspended, which is going to send this into martial law. They already have the troops over here from opening up the borders. So they got everything into place, okay? They just need the emotions of the people to be at an all-time high where there's going to be mass amount of people out there with swords just knocking off people left or right. You're going to have all type of wars going on. You're going to have those against different parties such as the Democrats and the Republicans. You're going to have race wars. It's going to be on and popping in that time, man. It's going to be on and popping, all right? Like you never seen before. And if you're not on the right side of this thing, when it all goes down, you're going to get taken out, okay? And even if you somehow make it through, it's just going to be all for nothing when those missiles come. If you don't get on those chariots and get up out of here, you ain't making it, okay? You can get through Jacob's trouble only to be, knocked off by the missiles, those ICBMs, okay? So here it is, man. We getting there. We are getting there. Make no mistake about it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is getting us there, all right? And the writing's on the wall, okay? So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, so this is it, man. They can't escape. They can't escape what's coming, okay? Even if they say peace and safety and everything is fine and dandy, and it wasn't a stage incident, it was something that actually happened, there's destruction coming because they playing this thing on both sides. They using both sides of their political parties to bring forth this chaos, man. They got the Trump, which was an alleged attempt, and then Biden, which is going to be the attempt, okay? So this is it, man. So let's wrap it up and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. And let's take it from there. 1 Peter 5, verse 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right. And right now he's got his teeth. He's sharpening his teeth in his claws. He's getting ready to, tear down into some flesh, man. When he dropped this bombshell that Biden ain't here anymore and that Kamala got to step in, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It ain't gonna take too much. It ain't gonna take too long after that, okay, for people to realize what's going on. When they see what the play is, and there's no coincidence that these vending machines that's supplying ammo is popping up all over the place, okay? These vending machines, that's right, vending machines, like when you go and you buy snacks and chips and sodas, they got vending machines that have ammo in it, okay? And I know they saying they got them down here, they bringing them here to Florida, okay? So it's not a mistake that they gonna have them in these, primarily in these red states where, owning a firearm is legal, okay? Because they know people are gonna flock from all over the country to come down to the states like Florida and Texas, okay? And these these red-blooded Americans, they gonna have to get all the ammo they can get to defend themselves. Okay, I did a lesson way back. Arizona is trying to legalize, the execution of people coming onto their land. Like those ranchers, if you get caught coming onto their land, they got the right to execute you. Okay, point blank. All right. So it's getting ready to go down, man. It's getting ready to go down. All right. Let me get that in Ezekiel 7. Because it's getting ready to go down in a big way, man. Make no mistake about it. And then on the back eye, you got to remember, you got this whole bird F that's still brewing. Okay. So this is Ezekiel 7 and I believe it's 15. It says, Ezekiel 7 and 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword. So, out there, those farmers, those ranchers, you're going to come and try to take some of their food, you're going to get popped. All right? And it says, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right? Because you ain't going to be able to get to your grocery stores and get, your groceries. It's going to be a famine. And we know if you are malnutrition or malnutritious, that's breeding ground for pestilence, man. Okay, you starving, you can't build up a comparable immune system to fight off certain ailments. That's going to only just make it even worse. Okay, and on top of that, your emergency services are going to be suspended, if not terminated. So going to the hospital to get aid or calling, the ambulance, that's going to be out the door. Okay, and who's going to come to clean up the waste? Okay, whether it's taking out the trash, literally, or whether it's, bodies that's going to be lying in the streets. Because, hey, these funeral homes, they're not going to be able to do anything. So it's going to be complete chaos out of here, man. So be sober. Let's go back to 1 Peter 5 and 8. That's why I say Isaiah 33 and 6, man, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And fear of Yahweh is our treasure, man. This is it. This is what we've been, exercising our faith leading up to, man. It's getting ready to be put to test. 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, okay? And he's coming, make no mistake about it, man. The play is already out, okay? He's just getting ready to hit that button. He's already designed the play for it to be played. It's just a matter of time when he's going to play it, okay? And it looks like he's getting ready to play the play, okay, sooner rather than later, all right? We gonna see, how the end of this year end, okay? More than likely, it looked like it's going out with a bang. It looked like it's potentially going out by the end of this month with a bang, okay? So we gotta see, man. Stay tuned in. So keep a sober mind, continue to watch, be vigilant, all right? Because if you don't, your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And if you fall for whatever he's got coming and telling you, you're going to be easy prey, man. If you buy any of this, if you believe any of this, you're going to fall for every of it. Okay, if you buy any of this narrative, any of this nonsense that's going on, whether it was an alleged attempt, whether, the internet outage happens, whether or not Biden is alive or not, if you buy any of this, you're going to go down in the end, man, because you're going to be easy prey, man. This man has to give a narrative to keep you peons, the mass, at bay, okay? Whether or not Biden is still here is besides the point. It's the issue of, can he enact the vice president to bring chaos amongst the rest of the people, okay? Biden could be somewhere ducked off in a bunker, sipping a pina colada, running on a treadmill, fine as hell, man. You see? But the image he has given the mass, the public, will allow this scenario to actually come forth, man. All right. So if you buy any of this, you already lost, man. That's why you got to stay in the truth. All right. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.